What's up? What's up? We're live. It's Keith Kelfis with the Level Up Your Landscaping Business Workshop. And I want to ask you a question. Do you want to take your landscaping business to the next level? Do you want to make more money in your business? Do you want to take a $200 or $300 job and turn it into a $2,000 to $3,000 job? Do you want to take an $800 or $900 job and turn it to an $8,000 or $9,000 job? Today, we're doing a job for $4,500. It was a quote for $450. We were able to provide add-ons and upsells to the customer, and now it's $4,500. So it's literally about 5x the amount of profit margins that you make. When you make more money, you can afford to live a much better lifestyle and not struggle. So hope you're doing very well. If you've got my email and there's more people joining now, I just want to wait a second for more people to join. My wife was calling me. Well, we're on the webinar now, so hope that you registered for the workshop. If not, go to keithkelfis.com/levelup real quick and then come back here because you can get your free workbook that will literally teach you. Here it is right here. See, I got it all printed out for you. What's up, Joventino Diego? Right here, it will teach you how to level up your landscaping business. There's checklists. It's a download. You can print it out. My friend, it is spring 2024. Crushing it right now. Phone's ringing off the hook. We got a packed schedule already. And it's exciting because my phones are going nuts. I hope you're doing very well. All right, so let me pull up my slides real quick here. What's up, Eduardo Canales, Samuel Rivera Serrano, Daniel King, Gal, Matthew, Sonny Suggs, Matthew Hallinan. Yay. All right, so welcome to the Level Up Your Landscaping Business Workshop. I'm Keith Kelfis. By the time you finish this workshop, you're going to know 1, how to find the best service area, 2, how to create your service suite, and 3, you're going to know how to identify opportunities so you can turn landscaping problems into profits. What's up, Christopher Christensen, joining now? When I say turning landscaping problems into profits, what I mean by that is you're identifying opportunities on every single property that you give a quote for. Thus, you can increase your average ticket by 30%, sometimes literally 10x, like we're doing right now. I said, we're for those of you joining right now, what's up, Tyrone Edwards? Hey, Keith, thank you. Oh, what's up, Tyrone? How you doing? All the time when a customer asks for a quote, we're doing these specific things that have taken the average ticket job from $312.50 to $1,649.50. So I'll tell you a quick story even before I get started. I have a buddy really had when I used to be really frustrated in my landscaping business and not making any money, pacing around the living room in front of my wife going, oh my God, I need to make more money. And I would work 7 days a week and bang my head against a wall. I never went to any family events and to do anything. I was basically the biggest piece of crap walking to everybody I knew because I didn't spend time with anybody because I wanted to figure out how to make money in this landscaping business. I hated the landscaping business because no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't figure out how to make any money. And it wasn't until I was talking to my buddy Eric. He's got actually a roofing company. I was like, dude, I'm so pissed off. I'm not making any money in my landscape business. I mean, it's okay, but I'm only making a 30% profit margin. How are you making all this money and I'm not making any money? He's like, bro, I make the same profit margin you make. I'm like, what do you mean? Then how come you make so much money? He's like, well, it's because he goes, what's the average ticket job that you do? I'm like, well, like $300 to $400. He goes, okay, so how much are you making off that? I'm like, 30%. So I'm making like $100 off the job profit. He goes, exactly. He goes, you know what my average ticket job is? 30 grand. So I'm making 30% profit margin, which is $10,000 profit off of every single job we do. And you're only making $100 profit because you're doing little $300 jobs. We make the same profit margin, but I'm making way more money. I was like, oh, he's like, you need to increase your average ticket job. Okay. Or if you're just doing lawn care, you need to get route density where you drop the truck or the trail, you drop the mower and you don't put it back on the truck for a long time. You need to drill specifically deep into specific neighborhoods over and over and over and do add-ons and upsells to every single customer. That way you can make more money. What's up, Vito, Frank? Hope you're doing well. Abe, Taylor, Steven Arias, Total Tech in the comments, rescue, grading, and landscaping. Yay, yay. That's what we say in Detroit. That's an old thing. Yay, yay. I can't believe I'm still saying it. So let me get back to my slides. All right. By the time you finish this workshop, you're going to learn how to identify opportunities so you can turn landscaping problems into profits. I'm Keith Kelfis. If you don't know me, get to know me real quick. I'm the owner of landscaping and window cleaning business for 13 years, author of 4 books about landscaping and window cleaning, keynote speaker. I've spoke all over around the country, and about 250,000 followers on social media. Here's some of my books. They're all Amazon bestsellers. How to Start a Landscaping Business Right Now with No Startup Money. My next book is The Window Cleaning Blueprint. It's on Amazon and Audible. My next book here is an Amazon bestseller, Your First Year in the Landscaping Business. Here's my next book that I've wrote, 17 Ways to Get More Landscaping Clients. Before I'm dead, I'll probably write like 100 books. I'm never going to stop until I'm dead. So next, that's my mission and passion and motivation. God's will on my life is to help as many people as possible. So that's find out what God's will is for your life and do that. All right. How it all started. I grew up maintaining properties and cutting grass as a kid, and I ran 10 different landscaping companies before I started my own. So basically, I was a foreman and a supervisor for a bunch of different landscape companies, and I learned all about how to run the operations of a landscaping business, but I had no idea how to run an actual landscaping business. Does that make sense? I quickly grew my business when I started it to the 100K mark just by working my tail off. And I started teaching others how to do the same on YouTube and on Facebook. Since 2014, my videos have helped launch around 10,000 landscaping businesses around the world. We have about 80 million views online. My podcast has 700,000 downloads. I mean, so my videos have helped start a lot of businesses since 2013. I don't take any credit for anybody else's hard work. I just like to be like people like walk across my back and they take my information, and a lot of people have passed me up, and I'm so excited for them. They go on to build these multi-million-dollar businesses, and I meet them in person at live events. They're like, Keith, your videos helped me get started back in the day, bro. And I'm like, dude, much honor and respect to you. Like, I can see that what you've done is a great thing, and that's all you, bro. You did that shit. So that's where it's really important. The highest level of evolution is contribution. So I started from humble beginnings on a rusty pickup truck with literally rust all over it. I was broke. We legitimately grew up on welfare. I mean, life sucked. I found mentors who taught me landscaping, window cleaning are luxury services. So what I mean by that is when you're broke and you're desperate and you need money, you're just trying to find customers so you can get money. But the entire reframe is like, wait a second, landscaping, all these service-based businesses are mostly a luxury service. So when you see it as a luxury service, you're like, wait a second, these people have BMWs and Mercedes and in-ground pools in their backyard and vacation homes and grand pianos. These people are freaking loaded. The customers that you probably want, the upper middle class and high class customers, they're already spending $50,000, $100,000 on landscaping. It's nothing to them. It's a luxury to them. You want to find customers like that who have disposable income, right? Like we do landscape jobs. My one guy who works for me, he's like, what are we doing here again? Why are we doing this? I'm like, literally, we're on a job site today. And I said, bro, that's what the customer wants. They want this removed and this thing installed. He's like, but it doesn't make any sense. And I literally said to him, I said, does any of this make sense? Everything that we're doing right now was a figment of an imagination in a customer's mind. They're looking out the window, they have disposable income, and they just want to change stuff around in their backyard. And they want to spend thousands of dollars to do it. So we're just going to do what they want. It's not like, of course, we give suggestions and expertise, but the entire thing is a luxury service, right? So that's an amazing thing because if you get into luxury outdoor living spaces, you can do 30 and $50,000 jobs and make a whole bunch of money, making people's backyards amazing, right? There's people who install koi fish ponds and do all types of stuff. You can take this business to a super high level and position it and market it as a luxury service, and you'll just attract a bunch of rich people and you can make a bunch of money. It's like it's totally different polarity than the broke, desperate chuck in a truck model. You know what I'm saying? All right, next. Think about it. Why is it that some landscaping businesses succeed and get tons of high paying, profitable jobs from clients they love, while others toil endlessly and they get caught in the doom loop? The doom loop. Most landscapers continue to struggle because they focus on the wrong things. They can't move on to the next level without mastering the key concepts that are intrinsic to where they're currently at. It is important to know which type of landscaper you are in order to progress to the next stage. Otherwise, you'll be in a continuous cycle of stress, working yourself to death and not knowing why. That was me. I had been in my landscaping business 5 years and still couldn't save an adequate amount of money in the bank because I was running the entire thing from a scarcity mindset. And it wasn't until I started traveling around the country and go to live events and meeting business owners who were making like lots of money and they were happy. I'm like, how are you doing this? I had to let my ego aside. I started calling these friends on the phone. I was like, dude, I'm done with it. I don't care about trying to be like hiding behind like, how can I say? I basically swallowed my pride. I was like, dude, tell me how you're making money right now. I don't care what it takes. I'm sick and tired of being in the doom loop. And when you are like that with people and you come to people humble and you come to people correct and you're done doing the stuff your way that doesn't work anymore, doesn't make you any money, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Yeah, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. I literally watched my income 4x in the past 4 years. 4x. I went from 100 grand to 200 grand to 300 grand to 400 grand and watched my whole life change because I swallowed my pride and just started asking the right questions because I got sick of my own shit. That's so when you get sick of your own crap, that's when you know you're going to finally start making progress. All right, so now let's see where you are on the landscaper's identity ladder. 1, chuck in a truck. And let me know in the comments, what are you? 1, 2, or 3? Chuck in a truck is running around like a chicken with his head cut off. He's trying to do everything himself. Chuck in a truck, he's answering the phones, doing the work, taking care of the customer, cashing the check, can't even invoice his clients on time, can't even collect money on time. I had a lawn care guy that I literally had to chase him down and be like, bro, I owe you money. How do I pay you? You're not even sending me an invoice. I'll get to you. 3 weeks go by. I'm like, dude, can I just prepay you for the entire summer? He'd be like, yeah. So I'd send him like, I think I just prepaid him for the entire summer. I'm like, and then another guy I prepaid, and then he stopped showing up and he ripped me off. I'm like, oh. And I was telling my lawn care guy, I have a landscaping business yet. I have a lawn care guy. I'm like, dude, will you please raise my price? Oh, I'll raise it, raise it. He's like, okay, I'll raise it $5. I'm like, dude, if you could have any amount that you want to cut my lawn, like the best, I want to be your best client. How much? Okay, bro, just keep charging me what you're going to charge me, but let me prepay you because I don't like owing people money. Anyways, 2 is Possibility Pete. Has lots of clients, has an employee or two. He's motivated and making money. He's still stressed out because he's wearing all the hats. So Possibility Pete is like you got some employees, you got a truck, you're jumping out of the truck and you're taking care of walk-ups, you're taking care of the customers, you're signing people up, then you're doing the work, then you're going to the dump, then you're working on the equipment, then you're doing the invoicing, then your employees quit and they don't show up on Monday. Like you're making money and your schedule is full, but it's still not an abundant business model because you're running your business out of scarcity and desperation. And it's really cool because that's where all the lessons are learned in Possibility Pete. It's like between like, I don't know, somewhere between 80, 90 grand to 200,000 mark, depending on your business. But number 3 identity that we've identified is the Abundant Anthony model. It's a well-oiled, lean, mean money-making machine. It doesn't have to be a big business. It could be just a tiny business, but it has minimum viable systems. The services are profitable and dialed in. You have employees and basically you can focus on your zone of genius. So in my business, when we hit Abundant Anthony, it's basically like my role is I'm selling the jobs. My job is to keep the calendar full and do the marketing and advertising and make sure the money's collected and make the customers happy, and then delegate to the employees, make sure they have everything that they need. And then they do 95% of the work. I guess if there's like a tree to be cut down or something, I don't want them touching the chainsaws and it's part of a big landscape job. I'll run up and cut the tree down and then I'll bounce and I'll make sure the jobs are full. And then, so it's like you can run a lean, mean, like, or I'm basically would be sitting in the truck most of the day, drumming up work, talking to customers and going and doing quotes and then making sure that the job sites are running properly. We don't talk about anything beyond that. But where are you? One, two, or three? Total Tech in the comments. Stephen Arias, Abe Taylor, Vito Frank, Sim Baking, Raiden Cornell, Matthew Hollonan, Josh Lager. Awesome. Tiffany England, Sim. What is zone 2.5 between 2 and 3? I don't know. It could be possibility, Pete. It could be Abundant Anthony, but it's just an indicator. It's not like an exact science. This is what we've just kind of found out here. So let me go to my next slide. Oh, yeah. Also, at the end of this workshop, we're gonna do this whole workshop right here. I'm gonna crank this out and teach you a whole bunch of stuff how you can turn landscaping problems into profits at the very end. So I'm gonna over deliver value for you and take and share with you stuff that helped me tremendously basically make more money in my landscaping business. At the very end, I have an offer for you. And hopefully by the time that this is over and you're very happy with all the stuff, if you want to just take off and take everything to the next level, then I'll share that offer with you. And it might not be for everybody, but it's definitely for the people that are serious. Okay. What stage are you currently in? Most of you might be between 1 and 2, chuck it a truck or possibility Pete. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. One of the most common mistakes I see that people are running their businesses is in an emotionally reactive state. So that's like, like, how about this? Everything a customer asks you to do, you get emotionally reactive and you just say yes. And then now you're doing something you don't want to do, you hate doing. It's a service that you're not even that good at, but you said yes because you need the money, or you're just run around in circles, afraid to say no to customers. Like you don't have any structure or boundaries. You don't have any healthy boundaries in your business. So it's completely emotionally reactive. I mean, we have this mansion we clean the windows for, and I remember the customer called because we got little drips of water on their hardwood floors, and the customer texted me, "You have drops of water on the floor." It's like, oh, so I had to go all the way back on a Sunday evening, like eat dinner with my wife real fast, then go drive 3 cities away and Swiffer all this customer's floors, and I was like, it was just really stressful. I mean, we've remediated that problem, so that would never happen again, but um showing up and doing stuff for clients on Sundays, or like maybe they have like a party or something, and they're, but we really need to get it done before Saturday, and you're like booked out for 3 weeks, so you mess up your whole schedule. And just tell instead of just telling the customer, what I do is I say, there's a 14% chance we'll be able to get that done because it's on such short notice and we're booked out for 5 weeks. So sometimes a customer that's booked will cancel or something will happen, and I can put you first in line. But I'm looking at about a 14% chance. Do you want to share that risk with me? Which means we probably won't make it, or you can maybe find somebody else. Uh, if we knew about this a lot sooner, and I understand things come up, I would definitely promise I would have made sure I got it done. But I can't make you a promise that I don't know if I can keep. And like it's just like cold, hard, brutal facts, right? If you're gonna like not show up to your own family event and like destroy your personal life because you're so emotionally attached and you need money and you're afraid that Mrs. Jones is gonna get upset and leave you a negative review because you didn't like cut their lawn or trim their bushes before their family party, and they're trying to get this shit done like 4 days before the family party, this is not your fault at all. So when you take other people's problems and their monkeys and you put them on your back and you're running around stressed out, that's a good way to like, I don't know, ultimately end up in divorce. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have said that. But some people in the pursuit of success and materialistic things destroy their entire lives, and then they end up on their deathbed like in total regret. So if you just have some know your worth and have some healthy, self-esteem and have some structure in your business, customers will respect it and they'll actually want to pay you more. And they'll be like, oh, no, no, I know that you're busy and we want to make sure that, and they'll be tipping you like two, three, four, $500. You wouldn't believe what I'm seeing happen in my business since I grew a backbone. You will literally just make more money out of osmosis. It's just mind blowing. That's what I wish for you out of all things. If you happen to be chucking a truck running your business out of an emotionally reactive state. So they're probably aware that there's pain and stress in their life and their business. They get stuck in the doom loop where they think things will get better, even though they're not doing anything any different. And rarely do they ever get better, and they end up in burnout. Anybody here end up in burnout before? I've ended up in total burnout. It's like basically burnout is where you work like 7 days a week for 70 days straight for 12 hours a day. And then one morning you can't get out of bed. And it's like you were supposed to wake up at like 7. It's like 9:48 a.m. You try to get up and your body won't let you get up. Your phone is ringing and buzzing off the hook, and you have like 17 missed calls. You have employees waiting for you on the clock. You have clients calling you saying, "Where are you? I thought you were going to be here." They're upset. You have friends calling you, and you have like 37 missed calls, and it's 10:17 a.m. And every time you try to even get out of bed, your heart starts racing and you go into an actual panic attack where you're seeing tunnel vision and you're hyperventilating and you're literally having, I don't want to cuss on here, a freaking meltdown. And all you can do is just go outside and just lay down and just look at the clouds and pray to Jesus for like 90 minutes. God, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did to get myself in this position, but everybody hates me right now and I'm the biggest piece of shit ever because all I wanted to do was be successful and now you created a shit show for yourself. That's what you did, folks, because you wanted to be successful so bad. So bad. Yeah, I got you laughing in the comments, don't you? That's when you make deals with God. Anyways, I know what it's like to have panic attacks. And so, I'll tell you a quick story real quick since we have 70 people on here. A few years ago, full-time media business with 17 virtual assistants, landscaping business with, excuse you count, just like 5 employees, small landscape business. Okay, calendar is booked out. We're booked out 5 or 6 weeks. Things were breaking down. Multiple phones ringing off the hook. And I was like up to here. And then I think that like I woke up in the morning, I'm trying to get out the door and I'm late because I'm so exhausted. My dog's peeing on the floor. Nothing's done. I forgot to take the trash out and it's all piled up and the garbage truck already went by. Everything is just infarctating on itself and collapsing all over the place, like caving in. And then my wife starts asking me questions about like the family dinner tonight. And all of a sudden it felt like a movie where like like everything, it was just like I broke. My heart started pounding out of my chest and it brought me down to my knee in the kitchen. And I didn't know if I was having a panic attack or a heart attack. So I tried to stand up and I tried to stand up and I literally had to bring myself down and lay on the floor and look at the ceiling. And it felt like my heart was in a vice. I was this close to asking my wife to call 911, right? I was like, "No, quit being a bitch." So I forced myself to get up, and then it brought me back down, and I laid on the floor again, holding my heart in a vice. I don't know if it was a panic attack or a heart attack, and then I tried to get up again, and it brought me down, and now I'm laying on the floor in my own kitchen. I'm like one of the healthiest people I know, and I was laying there like, "Okay, I'm sorry, God." But in that moment, I realized, wait a second, none of this is worth it. Being a people pleaser to all these people and trying to be successful so bad. If I'm going to have a heart attack at 37 and end up in the hospital, that's not worth it to destroy your health. So you're putting all the pressure on you. So in that moment, I grew a boundary that I had never knew existed inside of me. The spiritual man grew up and I grew a boundary that went boom. And now it was a force field around me that nothing anymore, except for my wife, because my wife is the only person in the world that I love so much, and Jesus, that I have that close of a relationship with, right? My wife could just look at me the wrong way and say, never mind. Oh God, I love this woman. But anyways, so but now no customers, employees, nothing could get to me anymore in that way that it could literally put me on my kitchen floor. I'm asking you right now, how like I just want to let you know that nothing is more important than your health and your well-being. So you have to have that boundary and not be afraid to say no and adequately say, "Hey, I'm not going to say yes until I look at my calendar, Mr. Customer." Cuz anyways, next slide. Don't want to go into comedian Kelfus here. All right, now let's fix that for you by integrating some basic systems into your business. All right? Yard Transformations LLC. First step to leveling up your business is defining your service area. So, what is a service area? Let me explain. Here's where we'll start. By offering services to a wide range of customers when you're just starting, that makes sense. You're going to throw mud at the wall and see what sticks. What do I mean by that? Let me go back. So, first year or two in your landscaping business, you want to throw mud at the wall, market, advertise, put your door hangers and flyers and business cards, blast stuff all over social media, cold call, everything you can to get as much activity generated in the business as you possibly can. Drive all over the place, do everything, right? Get the thing going and get money. But then, like a fulcrum, as quickly as possible, you want to narrow and define a service area. If it's a 10-mile radius, you want to try to get it to a 9-mile, then an 8-mile, then a 7-mile. Like, I don't know what your route density is, and it all depends on the average ticket. So if your average job is 20 grand, you might be able to travel 15 miles. If your average ticket job is $50, you might only want to travel 7 miles in a radius because of all the drive time when you have employees that are on payroll taxes, workers' comp, unemployment insurance, and you're getting all these notifications from the city and from the feds. They're all taking your money. You're going to think twice about how far you drive. Employees are just sitting there texting on their phones, eating Pringles, getting paid in between jobs. Those are non-billable hours. So you can figure this stuff out by literally just going on Google and do a research of the average household income by zip code, determine the per capita income per zip code in your service area, and once you have some resources, pinpoint neighborhoods that fall within the upper middle class category. In Michigan, as of 2023, the typical house that we like to do is like 300,000 to a million. Specific neighborhoods is what I'm talking about. You want to drill down and market in. We create a detailed customer avatar, including the demographics and lifestyles of your ideal client, so you know exactly where to market, who to market to, and how to market to them through uh, local market domination strategy. That's what you can use to get a whole bunch of customers and just slam yourself with work. And then when you have so much work, you can keep raising the prices and you can dial it in to where you're doing the jobs that you want to do and you run an abundant business. Focus on neighborhoods that are geographically close to each other to create efficient service routes. So I'm not talking about like trying to get customers everywhere. I'm talking about drilling deep in specific neighborhoods over and over and over and over and over. If you're going to pass out door hangers or flyers or EDDM or postcards, you'd want to probably hit the same few neighborhoods over and over and over. The perfect neighborhoods. Think about that until it's like they're called touch points. So you market to those same neighborhoods until you hit omnipresence in their neighborhood. Does that make sense? That's how you market. We stay away from houses. That's like basically the house that I grew up in when we were poor and on food stamps. We didn't even know what a landscaper was. It didn't even exist. We'd never hire anybody to do anything. Based on your research, pinpoint neighborhoods that match your customer avatar and have the income level you're targeting. Define the specific neighborhoods where you'll focus your marketing and services. Never mind tomorrow, because we're doing this today. Okay, so we talked about finding the perfect customer and how to find the perfect neighborhood. You're going to find this out by when you're running your business, and sometimes you'll drive past these amazing neighborhoods. You'll be like, wow, what is it like to get jobs in these neighborhoods? wow, we can make so much money working in this neighborhood. Yeah, you can by making a decision and saying, we're going to do door hangers, flyers, door knocking, unless there's no soliciting, and try to get inside of the neighborhood Facebook group, do Facebook geo-targeting ads, and drill deep into specific neighborhoods. You can also get bandit signs and you could put them around the city, around the area, so all the cars driving past can see it. And there you go. Your service area specifically, one more thing. I just want to say we have a 6-mile radius in my business, my landscaping business. And so when a customer calls and they're outside of the 6-mile radius, sorry, we can't take care of you. And so many times when I would used to buckle and say, okay, and we'll go drive 10 miles and we do the job and I calculate it, I'm like, I'm just going to say no from now on. But it's scary. It's only scary if you don't have enough leads coming in. So get more leads coming in so you can afford to say no to stuff outside of your service area, depending on your average ticket price. I hope that makes sense to you. Much respect. 5 keys to your service suite. This is the next thing. And just real quick, I just want to show you, this is all inside of the workbook. It's totally free at keithkelfis.com/levelup. We have an entire workbook that goes along with this workshop that I'm sharing and teaching to you right now. Like I said, keithkelfis.com/levelup. You're going to get, see, Level Up Your Landscaping Business Workshop. I've actually printed mine out. You're going to get the service area research checklist. It's a system, so you can go and check this stuff off to research your service area for you. Then you're going to choose your service suite. We're going to talk about that next here in a second. This is really important. Then you're going to get the landscaper's property opportunity checklist, so you can turn landscaping problems into profits and increase your average ticket job. Therefore, you're going to make more profit, right? I'm talking like hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars more in profit on every single job. Mo money, right? All right. Okay, so 5 keys to your service suite. One is personalization. You need to have a service suite, or basically a suite of services, so you're not offering 100 different services. By offering a wide range of services, you can provide personalized recommendations that cater to their individual requirements. Client satisfaction. Happy customers often lead to positive referrals and repeat business. Efficiency. Specializing in certain services allows you to become highly efficient and skilled in those areas. This efficiency can lead to faster completion times and potentially lower costs for your clients. What do I mean by that? I'll tell you in a second. The types of services you can offer. So this is the fun part. Edging, shrub trimming, ornamental tree trimming and shaping, garden maintenance, weed pulling, weeding, mulching, decorative stone installation. There's 17 different types of decorative stone. Weed barrier fabric and property clearing, flower planting, sod installation, lawn repair, overseeding, fertilization, detaching, aeration, tree ring installation. I'm not going to read all these, but you can basically see them. Gutter cleaning, power washing, concrete driveway cleaning, all this type of stuff. So the reason I shared all that with you, you can offer all those services and just book yourself out with months with so much work, because customers will be like, oh, you do that too? You do that too? You do that too? You do that too? But your business very quickly becomes a nightmare, because now you have to learn how to become an expert at all these different services, which means you're not going to be an expert. And then when you start hiring employees, it's a nightmare to train them to do all these different services. Now they're doing a horrible job. You're pulling your hair out. You're not making money. You're having to fix stuff. The customers are confused. Total nightmare business. Dumbest idea ever. Pick your favorite services that you like doing that make you the most amount of money that you can get good at quickly. So it becomes cookie cutter. Boom, 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 boom. Now you can train employees to do that stuff without you, because they already know how to do it. Now you can just leave the job site and go sell work, and you'll come back and everything's done perfect. Why? Because you didn't have Joe do so. Hey, Joe, guess what? Today we're going to build a patio. We build patios. Today we do. Why? Because I really needed the money. Okay, so now you're stuck do you want to build patios? And build lots of patios and build them, get a cookie cutter process. All the books about business, the most successful businesses get a cookie cutter systematized process. Trust me. Don't go do something once just for the money unless you are seriously like thinking about getting into that service, right? Because you're just going to pull your hair out. I don't even want to get into the nightmare stories. I've never damaged anybody's property, but I have blown in an entire piece of siding off of somebody's house because I was power washing their house. And I'm up on a ladder with my knees shaking, putting the piece of siding back on the phone with my buddy who has a siding company. Bro, I blew the piece of siding off the customer. I have literally taken a power washer and I power washed somebody's door and it went through the door jamb and water all over their living room wall. And I'm literally like cleaning off their wall and with towels, embarrassed with my face red, apologizing. Stupid. Just stupid. But I really needed the money. I didn't know my worth. Okay. The importance of knowing how to find opportunities on a property. Increase business. Identifying opportunities allows you to offer a wider range of services. This can attract more clients looking for the specific landscaping improvements, which can lead to increased business and revenue. You can become an expert in certain kinds of landscaping jobs, and you'll stand out from others in the same niche. And people will see you as an expert in that niche. This trust leads to client relationships and referrals. Okay, so like my buddy Steve DeHunt, he has a really successful brick paving company. He only does brick pavers. He does, well, brick pavers, patios, seating areas, fire pits, over and over and over. They don't cut grass. They don't trim shrubs. They don't remove trees. They don't do any of that stuff. They just do one thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and they're phenomenal at it, and their work is the best. So pick something that you do. If you're just going to cut grass, be the best at cutting grass and crush it and get really good route density, get a great list of clients who are willing to pay you what you're worth and do that, right? Actually, I don't know for sure. And in my opinion, if I were to cut grass, I would charge a minimum of $50. So I would have to do add-ons and upsells and do shrub trimming packages. We'd probably have two crews, one crew that cuts grass, and then another crew that does all the shrub trimming, guard bed maintenance, and mulch constantly. And then the lawn care work would actually sell the higher ticket jobs, so it would all work. Just doing lawn care in and of itself, I imagine, would take a long, long time to build enough route density to make enough money for it to work. With the reinvestment, it's a really hard business to run unless you're all in and your expenses are really, really low and you have a place to park all of your equipment. It's just like, I think you're going to have to offer a couple different services, not just lawn care. That's just my opinion. I would like to know in the comments, what are the services you offer and how long you've been in business? So the importance of knowing how to find opportunities on a property. I already talked about that. Next. This is why you need to have packages. So this is what took our average ticket job from $312.50 to $1,649.50. And our average ticket job is even more than that right now. From the last time I've made these slides here, but you kind of get the point. You're going to increase your sales, hence more money to your bottom line. Okay. Why do you need specific upsell criteria? What's up, Mexica, Zach, Bergie? He says, how do you feel about, and I'll answer all your questions in a little bit. How do you feel about using lawn care to scale up your landscaping? Yeah, absolutely. If you have the resources to do it, running a lawn care business can get you a ton of exposure to sell a bunch of landscaping jobs. Having a crew out all the time with huge, huge signs on the trailer and the shirts with the services and the phone number, and just use it as a marketing machine. Yeah. If you have the resources, by all means. So how to make a property assessment. Here's our LevelUp framework. What I'm talking about right now in this workshop. Everybody ready? All right. Your service area. Define it. Ours is 6 miles. Your service suite. Ours is, we do shrub trimming, ornamental tree trimming, garden bed maintenance. That's what we specialize in. Property opportunities. What do I mean by that? Add-ons and upsells. Okay. Add-ons and upsells. Every single customer that you give a quote to from here on out, you kindly, respectfully, and from a heart of service and an attitude of gratitude in the most transparent way. Like, you're not trying to sell customers work they don't need. These people are highly intelligent, but you're going to be noticing all types of things on their property that need attention because they don't know if you offer that service or not. And if they call you out to trim $300 worth of bushes, you might be like, oh, that's awesome, Mr. Jones. Well, I did notice all the bushes on your whole property need to be trimmed. The lawn needs to be cut. The ornamental trees need to be trimmed. All the garden bed edges need to be redefined. And you could use like 14 yards of mulch. You got about $4,000 worth of work here. All these things need attention. We could do all of it, next Tuesday or on the 15th, we'll take $500 off. We'll do it for $3,500. It's literally a package. So the customer thinks about it, and about 30% of the customers are going to say yes to at least something extra. And my customers are thankful. And if they don't want it, they don't want it. You're just creating an offer. There's offers in marketing and advertising, like 10,000 messages a day we're seeing right now. You're just kindly, respectfully offering the customer more stuff and offering them a package and a slight discount to go ahead and get it all done. It's like, this is how these companies are. You have a truck that's out making $1,200 to $1,500 a day every single day for that truck, just doing maintenance, because they're teaching their sales guys and the guys on the crew to basically kindly and respectfully. I keep saying that because a few years ago, I don't want to say any names, we had a contractor come to our house and legitimately try to rip us off. Like, I'm a contractor. I'll tell the story at a different time. And my mind was blown that, like, you think just because you're a good person and you're an honest contractor and you should take care of Mrs. Jones just like you would your own grandma, right? You should really actually care for real and don't cut any corners. And if you find something, you bring it to their attention. You just run an honest business. And that's how you get the most amount of positive 5-star reviews. That's how you get the best business name, and that's how you get people referring you all over the place, and that's how you make lots of money, and that's how you get too many people that, because you're a good contractor, right? You do a good job, like, for real, from the bottom of your heart. But you notice more things that the customers want done, called add-ons and upsells. So now imagine, you know exactly which neighbors that will 2x, 3x, or 10x your profits, having a proven process to turn $300 jobs into $3,000 jobs, like, all day, and having a system to turn leads into customers, a marketing system. Looking at a property and seeing all the problems that you can turn into profits. We do quarterly reviews, and then once a year I do a deep dive. I scrub my customer list. We do ringless voicemail bombs. We do email marketing. And basically, I scrub the customer list. We've served about 5,000 customers in my landscaping and window cleaning business, and I've narrowed it all the way down to a list of my 700 favorite customers. So sometimes I'll contact all of them, but I'll go directly to those 700, and I've organized and I've looked at where's the highest amount of profit margins. What makes you the most amount of money with the least amount of effort? For us, it happens to be ornamental tree trimming by a long shot, right? One of the other most profitable things we do is outdoor water-fed pole clean with the window cleaning machine. It's the water-fed pole system. It's like $299 to clean an outside. I don't even have to be there. I send an employee to do it, and they can get it done in about 45 minutes. So think about that. The lowest profit margin thing that we do is like pulling weeds, right? Mulch was a low profit until we raised the price to $150 per yard installed this year. We used to charge $85, then $100 per yard. Then I got enough guts to raise it to 110, then 120, 125, 145 last year, and now this year it's 150 per yard installed. So basically, you're in business to make money, and as long as you can keep the leads flowing in, I think you should run an abundant business that makes you happy. And you come home from work, you got a sunburn, you've ran a great business, and you're charged up, and you're watching your bank account go up every single week. And by the time the winter comes, you're like, boom, let's go on vacation. Like, I've never had this much money in my bank account my entire life. This is amazing. We should start a Roth IRA. Something like that. Not like, oh my God, it's winter and I'm broke and I don't have any money because my landscaping. But if you catch yourself doing that in the winter, oh my God, there's not enough money in the bank. What am I going to do? How am I going to? Don't do that. That's not fun. That sucks. I'm not making fun of you. I'm talking about, like, that's what I went through. I have these epiphanies. This is a huge epiphany. And it's like, this isn't mean. This is brutal reality. It's nobody cares. Nobody like what I mean. People love you and they care, and but like, at the end of the day, I don't even want to go into this. It's this know your worth stuff that I'm completely obsessed with. I'll get back to my slides. All right. Now imagine finally you're hiring the right people and trusting your employees. You have an employee training system. You're having an employee handbook to refer to, knowing how to market your business to get a consistent flow of leads. You know how to market your business so you have leads coming in nonstop. The phone is always ringing with customers saying, can I please give you money? Can I please give you money? You're like, listen, I want to take your money so bad, but we're so busy. That's a good problem to have. Having more freedom within your work week. Having more freedom within your work week. an abundant business, taking your business to the next level without burning yourself out. Remember earlier I talked about the panic attack and not even, your phone ringing off the hook. Yeah, that's not good. Look, your business is too important to leave it to hard work alone. There's a smarter way to build your business into a lean and profitable machine. Okay, here's my offer for you. Before I get to that, I just want to say, identify your service area, know your worth, and get some guts and start marketing your business. I'm not saying you don't have any guts. Like, this is kind of like me talking to myself. This stuff is part of me scratching my own itch. I have a weird passion for helping landscapers start and grow their business from 0 to 100K and beyond. And I love when they cross the 100K mark. We have hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. Like I said, my videos have helped launch around 10,000 landscaping businesses. It's like that younger Keith who was was in dead end jobs for 12 years, cutting grass for asshole bosses, like, ugh, watching bosses freak out and scream and break stuff in front of me. And I just wanted to be like, dude, screw you. I quit, but I couldn't because I needed the money. I feel like Adam Sandler doing that, but it's like, bro, get out of here. I'm done with that. I'm done. I'm going to start my own business. So get your service area, then have your service suite. Identify what services you're going to become an expert in, and then stop trying to do all the other stuff and scale that stuff up and get a repetitive system so you can bang out the jobs quickly. And then once you have enough leads coming and you keep raising the prices up until about 50% of the customers are saying no, right? You should be tracking all the stuff. And if you don't have time to do any of that, it's just because you're not in the abundant mindset. Certain times, the scarcity mindset will try to leak its way in. I go, nope, I've been there. The scarcity mindset will put you in fear. As soon as you start thinking, oh my God, what if this doesn't work? Oh my God, like, it's getting thin. I'm getting the edge of my rope. Don't even allow yourself to think that, because nobody cares when you feel that way. Nobody gives a shit. And then basically it's called, you're in the doom loop, right? So reject that and say, no, we're running an abundant business here. What do I need to do right now? You get out of the swirl, you objectify, pull it out of your head, objectify it. It's like NLP. And then go back in and execute precisely on what needs to be done and keep the ball rolling. And then if you do have the panic attack, don't have it in front of your employees, because then they won't trust you. They'll be like, well, you need to go drive around somewhere and just lay in your truck and have a panic why am I working for this guy? He's having panic attacks and yelling and throwing shit. This guy's crazy. That's a different story. All right. So next is your add-ons and upsells. On every single job that you go on, where you give a customer a quote, you want to keep your head on a swivel and identify more stuff that needs to be done and say this stuff needs attention. Offer packages to every single customer, and about 30% of them will start saying yes. Don't leave the sight of a quote unless you've at least brought stuff to the customer's attention. If nothing needs to be done, then nothing else needs to be done. Make sure you leave every single customer with materials, at least a couple business cards. Refrigerator magnets work amazing because they stick them directly on the refrigerator. Now, one other marketing tip is that you might do a one-off job for a customer, and then they don't see you for months and you don't follow up with them. You never got their email. You don't put them on your email list. You don't follow up with them. You don't keep them you top of mind. And now they forget about you and they're like, what was the name of that landscaper? Oh, they were so good. Oh, well, we're just going to have to go to Google and hire someone new. If you get a refrigerator magnet, boom, it's right on the refrigerator all the time. It works amazing. Refrigerator magnets are like $1 a piece. I don't know, maybe 43 cents a piece if you buy a bunch of them. Pass them out all the time. And then have an abundant business model. Okay. Now, time for my special offer. Dun, 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 dun. Introducing the Landscape Startup Bundle. This is a compilation of online programs that will help take your business from chucking a truck through Possibility Pete to Abundant Anthony. Basically, run an abundant, lean, mean, money-making machine. It's going to teach you how to market your business like a pro, how to get consistent leads flowing on autopilot. It's going to teach you how to get 500 positive 5-star reviews on Google. So you get in the Google 3-pack organically and you crush your competition organically. It's going to teach you local market domination strategy. So you dominate locally in your marketplace and be the number one landscaper around. It's going to give you the confidence to sell and close jobs with the vigor that you've never had before, and allow you to have the mindset and a heart of service to upsell customers jobs that from $300 to $3,000. That's the Landscape Startup Accelerator program on the left here in the white. To the right in the dark charcoal color, the High Profit Landscape Secrets program is going to teach you how to close jobs from the 3,500 all the way up to the $15,000 mark, where I walk around properties and job sites and do assessments inside of this powerful online training that'll teach you and give you the mindset of how to quote these bigger jobs so you can close $10,000 jobs over and over and over and over again and make, I don't know how much money you make in your landscape business, but this is stuff that taught me how to make more money I've ever made in my life. I also share stuff that I don't hear anybody talk about on YouTube, about fears around taxes and insurance and things like that, that are what I learned. Of course, you should run an above board business, but it's an extremely powerful online program called High Profit Landscape Secrets. On the bottom left here, you're going to get the 16 documents you need before hiring employees. Oh, sorry. These are fully editable PDF and Word documents that you can put into your business. Like background check, drug screen, non-compete, media release form. The government documents are free, but there's a whole bunch of documents that we have employees sign, 16 of them, before we can actually put them on payroll and pay them. Then you're going to get a fully editable employee handbook. Then you're going to get my business marketing blueprint program that specifically teaches you how to market your business like a pro. And there's also another special bonus right here that you're going to get that it's not even on here. It's called the Business Money Blueprint program. It's a compilation of trainings that'll teach you specifically how to organize your money like a boss. We do interviews with my bookkeeper, like Dan Plata. It'll teach you how to read a profit and loss statement, how to dial in a budget for your business, so you know exactly how to handle and manage the money in your business. So you basically make sure you have enough money to pay taxes, enough money for savings, enough money for payroll. And so you run your business appropriately. Very important stuff here. This cost me, I don't know, $100,000 to learn all this stuff and all types of mistakes. And I've documented all of this succinctly for you in about 20 hours here of online training. So you can also download it all MP3 and listen to all of it while you work. And there's tons of PDF worksheets, everything. It's an entire program. It's a system. It's a system that will help you take your business to the next level. You can get instant access to all of this and all this essential and effective resources, trainings, and knowledge to scale your business to the next level. Let's take a look inside. Dun, 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 dun. This landscape starter bundle at keithkalfas.com/bundle. If you open up your browser right now, and I'll also put it inside of the comments here. I'm going to make it clickable. I'm going to put it HTTPS // keithkalfas.com/bundle. Go there now. All your information is encrypted and completely safe. On my website, I use Stripe, which is the best billing software, so everything's completely safe. You're going to get the Landscaping Startup Accelerator program. It'll teach you how to start and grow your landscape business from zero and get the whole business up and running and get customers and get your calendar packed and full and give you the mindset, motivation, and confidence to get your business. It's really me on properties walking around assessing how to do all of this. And it'll basically equip you with the knowledge to get your business started up and running legitimately. So that's worth $797. The High Profit Landscape Secrets course, valued at $997, is going to teach you how to quote and sell jobs from $3,500 up to $15,000, where I'm walking around properties and showing you specifically how to price jobs like larger jobs. And there's interviews with $1 million business owners in there. It's an amazing program that basically, I wish I had access to this stuff my first few years in business. Oh my gosh, I wish I had access to this stuff. I would have bought this in 2 seconds and gobbled up all the information and not went through an extra 4 years of hell, to tell you the truth. But I scratched my own itch and I made the program for you. That's worth $997. The BMB course, which is my business money business marketing blueprint course valued at $497. And then you get all these bonuses. You get the employee handbook, fully editable for your business. You get 16 documents you must have when hiring employees. Excuse me, I need some water. You can download those all immediately upon enrolling and investing in your business in this program, which is also a tax write-off. And then there's another bonus that's not even on here. So this is $2,985 worth the total value. And then there's another bonus that upon enrolling, you're going to immediately get unlocked. It's my business money blueprint program. It's going to teach you how to organize your money like a total boss. I went from being flat broke. Like I said, grew up on welfare, horrible credit score. Used to make $14 an hour working for other people. Debt collectors calling me, and my life sucked. And today I have 2 six-figure businesses. I have 14 bank accounts. I have impeccable credit. My money is so hyper organized, and I have a bookkeeper that I talk to every single Friday, and we do Friday finances, and we have a budget. My finances are impeccable, and it's basically now I'm happy. But the only reason they're so impeccable is because out of fear and running from like the saber-toothed tiger that's chomping away at your bottom line. So it's a motivation that only gets used to a certain point. But all of the stuff that I learned, and I've invested a lot of money in hiring coaches and stuff to get all of it to this point, and I've documented precisely the financial system, and I put it all into the business money blueprint program. Again, this is stuff that I wish I had access to. It would have saved me so much time and money. And gosh, and you can have it. That's worth $1,000 also. So it's about $4,000 worth of stuff here that you get, and you get all of it for only $397. Like one landscaping job could pay for this entire thing. So do you have any questions? Zach Berge. He says, save 1/3 of the profits toward taxes. Precisely. Richard Raynock III. How do you deal with not enough help on jobs? Nobody on Long Island wants to work. And if they do, they want a crazy amount of money to work. Okay, so I get what you're saying. Yeah, it is hard to find great labor. But when you say to yourself, nobody wants to work or they want a crazy amount of money, if that is a reality, then you have to figure out a way to pay people the amount of money that they want to work and find people that will work, or otherwise you just don't have a business at all and you'll just forever think that nobody wants to work and you will never have any employees ever and your business will never go anywhere ever, period. And then you're just going to wake up 75 years old, or you're just going to have to do a different business. I'm not even being mean, but the belief locks you into a specific low glass ceiling. Like, and if that absolutely is true, and every other landscaper in the area says that, and everybody's like, dude, there's literally no work. And even the most successful ones are like, there's no employees. Then all of them are just gonna I don't know, you'll have to go move out of Long Island and go somewhere else. But go find a landscaping business owner in Long Island who has a whole bunch of employees and go pay them $500 or $1,000 to sit down for lunch with them and say, like, you have an abundant business and you have a bunch of employees. I want to know how you do this right now. Please, I'll pay you $1,000 and take you out to lunch for 1 hour. What are you talking about? $1,000? It's easy for Keith Kelfis to say that. No, I'm not bullshitting. I literally pay people $500 to $1,000 an hour just to sit on the phone with them and pick their brain, because I want the knowledge that's in their heads so bad, and that I know that they're not going to just, like, what do they call it? Randy handout. Hey, I know you've done all this hard work for the past 20 years. Why don't you hand all that over to me for free right now? Why? Just tell me everything you know for free. It's like, no, I respect that you know all that stuff and you've killed yourself for 20 years to figure that out. How did you figure out how to get all these employees and make them happy and pay them well? I will literally dig into my savings and pay you $1,000 cash and take you out to lunch if you will share that with me so gracefully, please. And it's like, dude, $1,000 can literally make you an extra. I'm not talking just to you. I'm also talking to like everybody. It can make you an extra $50,000 this year in revenue, that $1,000. Because money buys you access to information. Hear my voice. Got the money buys you access to information. Sorry. Much love and respect to you, my friend Richard Raynock. Hit me up on the DM on Facebook or Instagram, and I would like to talk more about it. I want to learn because I know exactly how you feel, and I've been there, and I love it, bro. Thank you so much. Long Island, is that by New York? Yeah. Anyways, better late than never. What's up, Brett Hill? Oh, bro, you invested in the program last night. I saw that you signed up. I hope you're enjoying the program, and I hope you got in. I hope you got all the downloads, the workbooks, the 16 documents, everything. Much respect to you, brother. Ethan Godfrey, how do you charge for seating? You could take the price of like the material of the seed and triple it. So if a bag of seed is $50, you could charge $150 to install it and then charge labor on top of that. So if you charge $80 an hour for labor, and let's just say it's like an hour to go get it and then an hour to install it, that's 160 plus 150. So that's $310 to install a $50 bag of seed. That's, I don't know, 20 pounds. Think about it like that. Like, I hope that makes sense. And then start to price it like that. You're like, oh, that kind of makes sense. And a lot of pricing, you kind of just got to make it up out of thin air and then test and then start documenting and then developing your own systematized way of how you charge for things and then create a standardized price chart. Have a running Google Doc every year and get your services in your standardized price chart and keep tweaking them and adjusting them, and you can refer to it, and then you'll develop test what the market can bear. Samuel Rivera, one great advice for starters is throw mud at the wall and see what sticks. Just go nuts. Go what my friend Robin Sharma calls monomaniacally focused. Just be on a total mission and throw as much mud at the wall as you can and see what sticks. Yes, sir. Looking forward to Monday night's coaching call. I do coaching calls one-on-one, keithkalfas.com/call. I'll see you Monday night. Brett Hill, looking forward to talking to you, sir. Daniel Klingel. Yes, exactly. Thanks for the knowledge you constantly share for free. It's made my business more valuable already. I know my worth. Daniel, sorry. I said Danielle, like it was like Daniel Klingel. Yes, sir. Know your worth. Absolutely. Happy for you, bro. Zach says, I have one good employee over 5. Have one good employee over 5 useless ones costing you more than they're making you. Yeah, so if you have to pay, my voice went, if you have to pay, okay, so my buddy Stan Genetic, the Dirt Monkey, has like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but he has a very successful landscape business. Stan is like one of my best friends, and I've reached out to him over the years, sometimes in desperation, saying, bro, how do the employees? And he gave me the best piece of advice one time. He goes, you need to hire a brain. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you need to hire somebody that can take responsibility off your back. That's smart. They're a brain. They're self-starters and they can figure out the problem themselves, and you can pay them well. I'm like, but I can't afford to pay them well. But listen, you have to pay them so much that it hurts, that it stings, that it drives you. It puts a fire under your ass and drives you to go out and like you have to raise the prices and your back is against the wall and you better go sell high profit work because you got to now pay this new expensive employee, but who's intelligent, who actually can go out and like run a crew for you, who can fix and work on stuff, who's like, oh yeah, the truck got a flat tire at 2:00. Oh, it did? What do you mean? No, we took it to the tire shop. I already got it fixed. Here's the receipt. Whoa, well, you're telling me the tire had a flat and you fixed it? Or the truck wouldn't start this morning, so you went with your own car or truck and you got a battery and you put it in here. Here's the receipt. You fixed it? Well, that's awesome. The blades under hey, oh, you already sharpened the blades? Oh, Monday maintenance. You did it on Monday. Okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna go back to selling more work now. I gotta give this guy a bonus. And then literally they do such a good job. You want to give them $500 bonuses, right? You want to give them like, so when you pay somebody that much and you run an abundant business model, that one employee, agreeing with Zach, will smoke the 5 other employees that are just driving you nuts. You should read a book called Top Grading by Brad Smart. A players attract A players and they repel B and C players. So if you have like a business full of like B and C players and you're a B and C player and you're just like in a bad mood all the time, an A player won't even come into your business. And if they do, they'll leave quickly. Or an A player will pull up the other players or they will just bounce because they want to be around other A players. So it's like you have to be an A player. It's this whole other, it's a psychology thing. Yay, yay. All right. Any other questions about the I'm scrolling down, I'm looking at all your comments here, everybody. Man, put up the link to the epic video you put on Facebook. Everybody needs to watch this. It's the real deal. I shared it on my page as well. I don't know what video you're talking about, but I appreciate it, and I'll look as soon as I'm off of here. Yeah, dog. Can't afford not to pay well, yes. The right-hand man is worth the pay. Absolutely. The right employees, the wrong employees will make your business a nightmare, and the right employees will make your business be like, oh my God, this is the vision that I dreamed of, right? GOAT. Hi, Keith. You're inspiring a lot of people. Keep up the good vibes and energy. I appreciate that. That's my life's calling, and I'm living it, and I appreciate you too. Josh Lager. Have a good night, everybody. Let's go get it. Michael Buros. I hope I said your right name. MTB. Give us a follow, Keith. We'd love for you to follow our journey. MTB Landscaping in the house. We're proud of you. Keep up the good work. Likewise, brother. Likewise. Happy 2024. Oh, the anxiety video. I know what you're saying. Let's go. All right, so I just want to bring this up one more time to nudge you. If you're sitting on the fence right now, keithkelfis.com/bundle. I put it in the link in the comments. Go there, invest, and jump in immediately and start learning. There's a bunch of information for free on YouTube. If you're a total information junkie and you've invested in a bunch of courses and read books all the time and you still don't do anything with it, and it's like nothing works for you, my program probably won't work for you either. You should not invest in it. It's not for you. You should just try to have an epiphany first. What is this? Question, is it okay to charge triple instead of hourly? Charge triple what? Triple the price of all like your materials? I don't know. I think you should figure out your hourly rate, like your man-hour rate. You don't have to tell customers your man-hour rate and then gauge like this job will take us 5 hours. So $80 an hour times 2 guys is like it's a $160 an hour. You know, check this out. 160 times 5. The job will be $800 in labor, and then whatever materials are on top of that. It's called T&M, time and materials. T&M, time and materials, right? And if you have no idea how long something's going to take and the customer wants you to just keep going and going and going, like clearing their property. I just gave a customer a quote yesterday. I said, okay, you're looking at, it's going to be $1,200 for us to clear that. We'll stay here for a day. And then after the end of that day, you look and say, wow, I love it. I want you to do more. We'll come back for a second day for another $1,200. And that doesn't include dumping fees, right? But at the end of day one, you might be like, whoa, you guys crushed it. Like there's a little bit of risk on the customer's part because you can't like property clearing, right? But then might be like, wow, this is great. We don't want you to do anymore, right? It could go into 3 days, $3,600, right? Plus all the dumping fees, right? So you got to figure out what works for your business. Ethan Godfrey, best way to find more jobs other than door to door. I have the whole setup in a hood. And hood guys, good guys, but no work. You can run Facebook ads, Google ads. You can get bandit signs, door hangers, flyers. You could do calling. Go back to your customer list of every customer you've ever done work for before ever. Call them, text them, email them, leave voicemails, and then get them on the phone and sell them work over the phone. Send them reminders, nudges. Just keep the fortune is in the follow-up, basically. Then you could do 5 rounds, which means every single customer, or 7 rounds. Every single customer you do a job for, you or your employees, whoever finishes first grabs the door hangers and goes around, puts door hangers on the 7, depending on the size of the houses or how far they are, 5 to 7 houses around on every single stop, door hangers. That's how you can get work, right? And 150 for dumping fees, says Jonathan. All right. Laraka Cameron. I hope I said your name right. All the way from Oz. I never charge per hour, always charge for a job. Could be $100 to $300 an hour for a one-man show. Yeah, I don't ever charge by the hour. I like to charge by the project, but the hourly rate helps me dial things in when I get kind of in that pinch. And we do it all the time, right? Charge by the project. Ben Life Lopez. How do you leave a company that you've been with for almost 20 years now with only a few customers? Yeah, that's so how do you do that? If you want to go full time in your landscaping business, you're going to have to burn the candle at both ends. You're going to have to work in the evenings after work. You're going to have to work all day Saturday and all day Sunday, all the way to the point where you're like on the verge of a nervous breakdown and your hair is going gray and you haven't slept and it gets so bad. And then it'll get slow and you'll be like, whoa, I still can't do it. And then so right when it's about to come on the come up, right? You have to just hit it, put in your 2 weeks notice, quit, and run like your hair is on fire. The craziest thing will happen. If you work 45 hours a week at your day job, all of a sudden you have 45 extra hours a week, like a vacuum to put in your business. Did you hear that? Have you ever like a pool or a bathtub? You ever or in the sink you dump like a pan or like a container or a Tupperware container into water that's empty? I change my fish tank every single Sunday. I do a 33% water change and change the filters and all that. And I use a Tupperware container because it's actually the fastest. And every time I put the Tupperware container in, we use 5-gallon buckets, the water just flows into it like so fast because it's empty, like buoyant space, and it's filled up immediately. And I'm like, this is easy. I've got it down to a science. Changing a fish tank and a water fish tank. So, anyways, all of a sudden you have that 45 hours a week. It becomes a vacuum, and you have all this ambition and something about it. It's amazing. I've talked to so many landscapers that are trying to go full time in their business, and they're terrified. They finally get the guts up to do it, and then I see them the next year at the Equip Expo in Kentucky, and they're like, "Oh my god, we're so busy! Oh my god, we're booked out for months. We have too many customers." And then I see them again, where you just hit 400,000. It's like, if you know how to do marketing and advertising, and if you know how to talk to customers, I think it's going to be crazy for the first year, and then you're very quickly going to fill in that gap. It's like ice cube trays, like, right? Imagine if you have a ice cube tray that has 14 little cells that could fill up water, turn into cubes, ice cubes. If your ice cube tray only has 4 little tiny cells and you're running water in the sink, after it fills up the little 4 cells, the water's just running down the sink because all the rest of the cells of your time, are filled up with your job. Get rid of the job. Now you have this ice cube tray. It just automatically fills up. It's like Parkinson's law. So I'm just obsessed with that. I'm going to stop going on and on and on about that topic. Joseph Lamb, what do you charge for weeding and what do you do in terms of weeding? Weeding goes under the description of garden bed maintenance. We charge hourly, $80 an hour. I'm charging by the project, so I can't tell if we're 80 or $85 an hour. I'm still dialing in my man hour rate prices, but basically we're pulling the weeds from the root by hand. And if they're surface weeds like lamb's quarter or like moss or very shallow weeds, we use something called a hula hoe, and we're scraping the weeds and ripping them out by the root. We just did a whole garden bed today, but mostly you can get knee pads and a bucket, and you get on your hands and knees and you're pulling with both hands, and you keep throwing them in the bucket, you inch over, and then you weed out the garden beds by hand, and then your back hurts, but then you get used to it. And then weeding is actually very therapeutic. I've done so much garden bed maintenance, it's insane. And then part of weeding is like you can edge out all the garden beds. You can install like weed control granule and mulch, and so you could turn a little $300 weeding job into like a $3,000 shrub trimming, mulch, garden bed maintenance, edging job, make lots of money. All right, cool. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. Um, Last time I'm showing this, the landscape startup bundle is $397. You get $4,000 worth of programs. I'll show you what you get inside again if you need one more nudge here. You get the landscaping startup accelerated program. There's about, I think there's 12 hours of online training all updated on there that'll teach you how to start and grow your business from basically you can get from 0 to the 100K mark. It'll teach you how to market your business, how to get tons of customers and leads, how to fill up your calendar full of work and how to deal with that, like how to have an organized business. You get the high profit landscape secrets program. It'll teach you how to close $10,000 jobs over and over and over and give you the mindset and confidence and understand how to run a business that's systematized at that level. You get the 16 documents you need before hiring employees. You get the employee handbook. You get my entire business marketing blueprint course, which has there's a training on there that's really amazing with my friend Bobby Walker. He has over 500 positive 5-star reviews on Google, and he teaches the exact precise step-by-step system of how to get all those positive 5-star reviews so you just crush it and dominate in your city and basically make lots of money. And then you also get my business money blueprint program at keithkelfis.com/bundle in the comments below. All right. Go there, guys. And then go there and get the bonus, or I'm going to take the bonus away because I want you to get off the, what is it called? If you're on the fence, get off the fence and just do it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate you and I acknowledge you. And I hope you have, tomorrow's Friday. So I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. I hope you're crushing it. I hope you have a great summer in 2024. This is your time to shine. It's your time to crush it. And I just wish you all the success in the world. And I hope you're crushing it. There you go. I'm Keith Kelfis, Level Up Landscape Workshop. Peace.